Passion. That's the only thing which makes us feel alive. But most people give up on their passion easily just because they're afraid of what the society is going to talk about them for following it. In everyone's family or friend group, there will be one crazy guy who does everything out of the box and being said that he's different or sometimes even weird. And I guess I'm actually that guy in my circle. I did everything opposite to what the society or people asked me to do. They asked me to study well, but instead I did sports. They asked me to go to college, but instead I learned everything online. They asked me to get a job, but I wanted to be an entrepreneur. After doing everything against what everyone told me, they said that you're overconfident, you won't make it, and you don't know the reality of the world. That might be actually true, but I know one thing for certain. And that is, you're going to die anyway, I'm going to die anyway. And how does your opinion even make a change in my life or even in the world? So guys, today we'll be talking about the life lessons I learned while following a passion in these years, and these will help you out if you just want to follow your passion or if you feel stuck in your life. But first, I'm just 18 and I have no real world experience. I'm not sure if I'm even in the position to share you guys this advice, but I have one thing, and that is, I have been following my passion for almost 1 year now, and I have been failing constantly in this. I didn't win yet. But I have learned 3 important lessons on why I should follow my passion, and these 3 lessons are the reason why I'm still following my passion even after failing for constantly 1 year. And these 3 lessons will change your life if you ever feel stuck or if you feel like you want to follow your passion but you're afraid to do it. And the third lesson which I learned is pretty controversial and it might get me into trouble for saying it. So stick around till the end and watch the video. So the first lesson I learned in my journey is, people only support you in the beginning of your journey or when you're at the peak of your journey. All the other times it's just you, yourself, doubt and sleepless nights. The reason why I say this is because when I started this channel and posted videos in the beginning, I had so many people supporting me and showing me love. They were interacting with me by giving me feedback and giving me ideas. So in the beginning, even when I had 100 subscribers, it felt like I was onto something big, but that didn't last long. After some time, everyone who supported me in the start just started disappearing, and I could not bear that when all of this happened suddenly. Also, the point I'm trying to make here is, this didn't just happen to me. If you're going to start out your journey on following your passion, I would say do it alone. Because when you involve people, they will only support you in the beginning and when you're in the peak of your career. And when this happens, you'll start hating them on why they left you when you needed them the most. Even I had this feeling in the beginning. But then I realized, why do they have to stay with me on my journey when they have their own life to look after? So I just let go of people and started working on my own. So if you ever feel like I'm going to start this business or following my passion with my friends or the people I know, remember this one thing. They're not going to support you or work with you unless they believe in your vision. So be ready to be alone in your journey. So the second lesson I learned in this 1 year is, people are going to criticize you all the time, and it's not because they don't want you to be successful. From the views I have on people that were advising me, it was a totally different reason. When I actually dropped out of college to pursue my passion, I had so many people who were totally against me, from family, friends and people I know. When they came and talked to me, most people didn't care about me or the reason why I dropped out. The thing they most cared about was, how can an 18-year-old kid take a life decision without getting my opinion? And I could easily find this out when they were advising me. And the reason why I'm sharing this as a lesson here is because it's just not happening to me. Most of the people who did the same thing as me, when I spoke to them, they said the same reason. People try and force their opinions and advices on guys who try to pursue their passion. And most of the time, their advices and opinions are completely wrong. Because they might be working in a corporate job like IT or something, but when you, who's passionate about sports, let's say, you go to get advice from them and they share their worldviews which they've learned from the IT job and they relate it with sports. And they'll say it won't work out for you probably 90% of the time. I'm not going to say people who advise you are always going to be wrong, but when it comes to advice related to passion, let's say, I'm not going to listen to the advice that I get from people who are not working in that specific field. I wanted to be a YouTuber and entrepreneur. So I looked out for advices from people who were really big and successful in this field, and I followed it. So when you try and pursue your passion, people are going to insult you, criticize you, saying it's not going to work out. But you just put an act like saying, whoa, everything you're saying is right, and don't argue. But instead, put your head down and work. So just believe in yourself and your vision and work towards it. Don't care about people's opinion at all. From my perspective, I would say. So the third lesson I learned in this year is pretty controversial, but I feel like this is the reality which we all should follow, and that is try to monetize your passion. What I mean when I say this is, when you're actually chasing your dreams, following your passion, you're having an head start over 90% of the people here, because most people out here, they're not living their life according to what they want. They just try to survive this life by doing some job and making some money, but most of the time they don't like what they're doing and they're just doing it just to make a living out of it. But you on the other side, who decided to follow your passion, you have a massive advantage, and that is when you actually follow your passion, you'll be happy doing it even when you make no money. Also, it doesn't mean it's going to be really easy. It will be hard, boring, tiring, and you'll also burn out pretty quickly. But I guess you'll never give up, and that's the beauty about following your passion. But that doesn't mean you can be happy following your passion for years and making no money out of it. Because at some point, I think everyone should take responsibility for themselves and their family. And when the situation comes, you'll have only two choices: go to job, sustain your lifestyle, but drop your passion. Or follow your passion, be happy, and make money. I'm not actually saying this from my experience here. I'm saying this from the experience I've seen people who follow their passion for years and who did not monetize it. So make sure to turn your passion into a business and go all in and try to make money out of it. Because that money might be useful to provide to your family or to buy some equipments related to your passion. So make sure to do this. So guys, these were the 3 lessons I learned while following my passion. And these 3 lessons would be the advice that I would give to my younger self if he's starting out on following his passion. So go chase your passion and live the life you like. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.